Hey, what's going on, everybody? Excuse me. Okay, apparently I can't talk today. Gosu, Big Papa, Choach, Killicam. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Happy Sunday. Hope you guys have had a great weekend. Alright, I'm back. I think I'm better. I think I'm not dying now. What's going on, guys? How was the tourney? We can definitely talk about the tournament. Um, it was fun. I didn't do as well as I thought, and I don't think Zen did. I'll let Zen tell you guys how he did in his tournament. We're actually going to we're going to record a podcast episode and really talk about just like focus in on the tournament. Yeah, he was saying he played some Combat Patrol with you. That's awesome. Playing some 40k. All right, let's see. Ooh, look, a lot going on. My mat here. This mat is old and crusty. This was nice and clean when I started streaming, and just over the years, guys, it has turned out disgusting. So I ended up going 1 win and 2 losses. Uh, so I wanted to get 2 wins, but that's all right. My one of my other goals. So my 2 goals were 2 wins, and the other goal was beating someone who was wearing a jersey, like it was part of like an actual like team. And fortunately, my 1 win was against someone in a jersey, so I felt pretty good about that. But yeah, I learned a lot. Learned a lot. Hey, Heroth, what's up, man? No problem at all. No problem, dude. Yeah, thanks for lurking, dude. It's good to see you. So, I don't even know. I don't have any like minis to set out to show here. Put this guy out, and he's not going anywhere yet. Yeah, look, Thousand Suns, dude. So who lives in New Jersey? Yeah. No, I so I completed 1 goal, one of my 2 goals, so I'm not terribly upset about it. And everybody I played was an absolute joy to play. I had a blast playing the game. Um, one of my games I was completely crushed. And again, I want to talk about this on detail, like in detail, in like the podcast and everything. But I know this resin's really nice. This is a Forge World mini, legit Forge World kit. What this bad boy is. Yeah, it's so good. It was really good. The only bit of warping was on this staff, like these pointy bits. But I have a little heat gun, and I just zapped it with the heat gun and kind of formed it back into place. Uh, so yeah, it's cool. His cape is separate right now. But yeah, thanks, Gillicam. I I used to be really okay. So I used to do 40k tournaments back in like 5th edition. So 2011, 2012. I went to, like, as far as 40k goes, I went to maybe like 5 or 6 tournaments, which, back in the day, it's kind of a lot. I mean, like, they do tournaments like all the time. You can find a tournament somewhere around you for the most part if you live like near a city. Um, like 5 or 6 40k tournaments. I can't recall a 40k tournament I went to where I lost more games than I won. And I'm not saying this. I'm not to like brag or anything, but I would play like Dark Eldar. Nobody else would ever bring Dark Eldar to these tournaments. They were pretty good. I felt like I had that, like, I liked having that edge of like nobody knows what they're playing against, so it always hurts people like when they can't plan for it. 40k was also a much less balanced game at that point. I don't think Dark Eldar were at all like top tier, but you weren't seeing a lot of. There was never anybody in a jersey. I swear, if someone wore a jersey to a 40k tournament 15 years ago, they probably would have been laughed out of the building. Like, it's just a different time. Um, this was like a little RTT, and it was much more serious of a of like competition. Like, there are actual like teams there. Like, they were talking about some of the people that would like come to these, and like, yeah, if this guy comes, he's like the best guy in Ohio that plays, and yeah, it's oh, Killicam, dude, most shady 40k player here tonight is Killicam. Shows up with an unpainted army and wins a tournament where most of your points come from painting your army, because he beat his opponent so bad. I was a little salty about that. I went undefeated that tournament, and Killicam still got best overall. Salty. Yeah, Killicam would go to tournaments with me occasionally too. Yeah, it was great. I would do so. I go to Star Wars Armada tournaments, and at one point, back in like 2016, I was no, it's epic. It's so epic. Yeah, definitely a legendary. Like, I don't know how he just crushed all of his opponents so hard that he wins a hobby event with an unpainted army. Oh man, that's so great. It's amazing. It's not something to live down. It's something to be proud of. Killicam. He just like broke all the rules and just won. He is playing on hard mode. Yeah, yeah. And that was before 40k did like the 10 points for painted army. Like, that was never a thing. There was no like victory points. It was all about it was winning and like your strength of schedule. So, if your opponents won their games, it made you look better if you beat them, or even if you lost to them, like, you just looked better overall. And I don't know if they tracked like if they're like tournament points or whatever. But then this was all like, this whole tournament was like, it weighed somehow. I don't know how they weighed it. This wasn't like any official thing, but it was about how your army looks. People were bringing out like, there's a guy with a I think Killicam played him. It was a dude with like a Hawk Lords army, and he ran a full company. He had 100 Marines on the board, and they were quartered yellow and purple. Gorgeous army, and he brought that out, just a whole battle company on the table for a 2,000 point tournament. It was great. I was doing a Warhammer 40 Fantasy Battle tournament on the same time. Yeah, it was something else, Razor. It was definitely something else. Howling. Okay, was it just straight up Howling Griffins, like the red and yellow? Okay. My brain's a little foggy. It's a long time ago, but that's epic. I had to come over and just like watch their game, because it was just like a wave of Space Marine bodies covering the whole board. What's up, Zombie Bunny? How you doing? So yeah, going to a 40k tournament now, you go to any tournament, and the game presents itself as a much more balanced game, which I'm sure it is. Yeah, the game is way more balanced than it ever was. What that brings out when you have the balanced game, and there's like, everybody's working on more heresy. Nice. You have that like competitive spirit is a little more in the game than I remember from the last time. I wanted to bring a good list, and I brought what I thought was a good list. I made a lot of mistakes with my gameplay that I can look back on and say, like, man, I should not have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Like all these things. My opponents were all really good. But there was definitely a sense of what I saw was like, people were bringing, like, I'm bringing my best thing. People know something's good. They have an idea. Like, they're like, I am bringing thing. And I think the person that won was like very much a like, I'm here to win it. Like, I'm a really good player, and I'm gonna show up and win. It's like a local tournament with 24 people or whatever. Something that I guess maybe I won't say I wasn't expecting it, but it was still a little jarring in a way. I would play Star Wars Armada tournaments every other weekend, and they were always with that mindset of like, you show up, you want to win, because that game was so like condensed down to like balance and like gameplay that allowed you to play like figure things out. So anyway, I have a whole lot of thoughts. We're gonna be recording a podcast. We'll have a podcast episode up soon that me and Zen will be. We're gonna talk about our experience at the tournament, kind of how our games went, and and kind of our thoughts on future tournaments, thoughts on 40k tournaments in general, or our 40k tournament. Hey Zen, what's up, dude? So yeah, yeah. But no, it was a lot of fun. I'm tired. I so I like I wasn't as tired as I thought I would be after a tournament. I'm not used to like being around loud noises for so long and then like standing the whole day and everything. I woke up this morning and me and the family went to a like an arboretum, like a conservatory, which was awesome. But I'm like, I am actually legit tired. I came home and I sat for like an hour and then I got up and it was horrible. I was like, no, I'm so tired. So I'm a little tired. Excited to be painting a mini tonight. Speaking of painting a mini, we are going to get the wheel of minis ready. So got this guy. Got this guy. We'll go ahead and throw him up here. A pretty small list today. Yeah, as in, I get it, dude. I get it. You had your 500-point list in whips. Okay, cool. I wanna take a look. Oh, nice. Yeah, getting that progress going. Very nice. The Power Fist dude looks awesome, Zombie Bunny. That looks epic. Holding his helmet and everything. That's so good. Asajj is Star Wars Legion. Deathfather Josme. Josme? Yep. Asajj Ventress is a Star Wars Legion mini. At least dinner was good yesterday? Yeah. Oh man, Culver's is good. Yeah, I haven't had Culver's in a couple years. Yeah, that was good. Simple dinner. It was good. Giant all cap. Thank you. Yep. Right, we have a hurricane hitting in the morning. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you stay safe. Yeah, guys, all the hurricane, the barrel? Is that the hurricane? Stay safe, guys. Stay dry. Make sure you're prepping properly and everything. Giant, yo. Okay. You're not familiar with the Wheel of Minis. This is how it works. You should all have an emote. At least Twitch viewers should have an emote. If you're not a Twitch viewer, just spam the name of the thing you want. I don't know how to work YouTube, but Twitch viewers, you have an emote that is a little Mechanicus Tech Priest, like bowing down to the Wheel of Minis here. So that is our Praise the Wheel emote. The machine spirit of this Wheel of Minis needs to be placated in order to choose something. So it's your guys' job to get the wheel's attention, soothe its spirit, help it choose the proper choice here. So you're going to spam that emote, and you're going to put the name of what you want, like Choach or Zen is doing, and then the wheel, we'll spin the wheel, we'll see what it chooses. So the wheel is finicky, all right? It's very aggressive machine spirit for being trapped. I feel like it is. But that's what we're doing. What is that? Yeah, Solar Auxilia tank. All right, yeah, we have Asajj Ventress from Star Wars Legion. We have Solar Auxilia Infantry. Exciting stuff, I know. Solar Auxilia tank. Pick one of my tanks here. Necron Destroyers. I have some various destroyer minis from Necrons. Thousand Suns Tech Marine. A Giant. And then back to Asajj Ventress. That's it. Just 6 options tonight. Destroya. Yep. That was, is it the monster with like the claw for hands? He's got like a, just like pointy arms, or is that, am I thinking of Gigan? It's Destroya. Dang, I can't remember. Alright. I have no idea what Choach is posting, but that's Gigan. Okay, with like the knives for hands. Okay. It's been a while since I've seen an old Godzilla movie. So we're going to spin here in just a few seconds, and then we'll determine the mini that we're going to paint. Move my little librarian console here. Get a drink of water. That's Gigan. Okay. Man, I watched Godzilla -1 a couple weeks ago. The movie was incredible. It was great. Alright, here we go, guys. Last second requests, supplications to the wheel. Snow, alright, we're spinning.
Necron destroyers.
Alright. Well. Yep, apparently the wheel has betrayed its all, guys. It's betrayed us all. It's going for the AI. That is my voice, yes. 100% my voice. No, it's definitely not. Weak, yeah. Rigged. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab these Necrons. I'll be back in just a second. They're just sitting in a box over here. And I'm gonna grab some example minis, because it's been a little while since I painted some Necrons. So, give me just a minute, guys. I'll grab that stuff. All right, we're back. Brap. Okay. Thank you, Gosu. Okay, so here's what I have. Here's what I got. All right, I know everybody's upset, but you know what? The wheel chooses its own path, and I would be careful if I were you and you were thinking about threatening the wheel. So the wheel is more powerful than you could possibly imagine. So I have just 2 squads of destroyers here. I have a squad of Orphidian destroyers, which I think suck, but I have 6 of them already, and have these other 3 I got for... These were my birthday. Yeah, I got these for my birthday. Painting Son, the Painting Wife went and grabbed these. The wheel may be secretly a Necron, but we're not going to accuse anything of heresy. Don't be hasty. And then I have some of these bad boys. The, what are these? The, not Locust, the, something else destroyed. I have a whole army of this. It must be purged. Scorpek destroyers, that's right, it's a Scorpek. I don't even know, my brain's fried, apparently. I'm fried without being cooked, Gosu, so... So, I have those. Painted examples. Yeah, I got Orphidians and I got Scorpeks. So, no, you need about 3 more H's in that word, Zin. The deep frying dad. The deep frying dad, that sounds good. Alright, these are like a speed paint color scheme of mine. So, this is the color scheme. This is it. It's nothing crazy. The colors are simple. Yeah, and that's it. And then I have easy basing. Oh, there we go. Sorry, he's tall. He's tall. Can't you guys see? Can't you see it? Yeah, the green. It's actually like glass shards or whatever from, I just got a bag of them from, Gaming Scenics. And then here, I have a Scorpek. So, easy stuff. Smashing 40s, yeah, apparently. So it is a very simple color scheme. There's nothing crazy about it. It'll probably just take a little bit of time. I'm going to move these guys off to the side. We're just going to go ahead and start. And I have notes on how I paint my Necrons. So that's what I need to get because it's been that long. Okay. Gold emblems are first. Wireless Dremel from Temu. Oh, that's cool, Zen. That's really cool. It was free. Oh, yeah, yeah. You guys and your Temu, they just send you junk. It's like, yes. Give me the Temu junk. Okay. All the gold that is on these guys are these little chest emblems. That's just the first stage of my painting process on these, so bear with me. These shouldn't take very long. I probably won't finish them tonight, but we can definitely try. Probably more a dry time factor. I don't know, there's a couple details. It'll take a bit of time. Smoking when charging? Oh, wow. Wow, okay. Makes me a little nervous. So, Zen, I've played some Balatro today. And I got that checker deck. The checker deck is just easy mode. It's just so easy to win runs with the checker deck. Too tired to mentally play. That's what I've been doing. I was like, I need to veg out. That's what I did last night. So I was just playing that. 13-year-olds survived my German Shepherd's fighting over and smashing the floor 3 times. Wow, wow. If you use it upside down. Hexagon stand I got, just so nice looking. What is it for? Yeah, yeah. You sent me some of the pictures. I don't think I saw the hexagon one, but forward to painting with you before I go to physical therapy. So on the table this week, I have to assemble. Oh man, I might have to assemble them tomorrow or something real quick. But I have some Thousand Suns minis for commission. But it's all, it's a squad of, what do you call them, Zangors, and 2 Zangor Enlightened on the discs. I'm going to try to paint those real quick for somebody, and then it's on to some Warhammer Fantasy minis. Yeah, so, I said I'll try to assemble them tomorrow. I think tomorrow I just need to, like, sit down and get some work done and get prepped for the week and everything, but yeah, Zangor. Oh yeah, that hexagon stand is really cool. Yeah, that's super cool. Okay, let's get a second coat of gold on these guys. They're gonna get so murky, but the gold's just a nice little touch. Whoa, hold on. All right, would I have a would you rather from Choach? Oh man, I feel honored. I feel honored. Any every 3-day pace? Nice. Nice, Gosu. Alright, here we go. Gotta read this. Okay. You have a perpetual discount code for Amazon that gives you 65% off everything, but the items are delivered by some jerk who runs over your mailbox, throws the trash on your porch, stuff is broken most of the time, says really awful thing to your neighbors, or have a buddy that'll pay 65% of anything if you just hit him up and ask him. But he thinks he has an open door policy to your house, bars your car, shows up at family events, takes bites out of your food. Okay, this one, Raja, what's up? What's up? So, there's always more to these. There's always more to these. Alright, Fuegan, he does, okay, Choach does this. He does this with Zen, I know at least. Yeah, it's a would you rather. That's what this is. So we're gonna talk this scenario out. 65% off at Amazon is crazy, because you can buy some crazy expensive stuff at 65% off. And if you really want to game it, all right, you can pay that for something really big. Your friend used to do this. This is incredible. Choach, are you his former friend, or his friend that used to do this? My initial thought of this is policy works. My thought is you buy something like name brand on Amazon, like big, something real big, for 65% off. And I assume he doesn't like break the thing he delivers, right? He could. Okay. Depends on his mood. All right. So I have real space problems, like with people coming into my house. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't want a random person showing up in my house and eating the food that's like on my plate. That makes me more uncomfortable than the idea that I could just never order from Amazon again if I don't like what the guy does to the stuff when he delivers it the first time. Right? Like, things happening outside of my house is completely different than whatever's happening inside my house. Like, I can control when the guy delivers the stuff from Amazon, right? But having an open door policy for someone that's always in my space, is that worth him? Like, is that worth having a house when there's gonna be some weirdo always in my house and up in my business? This is Cho's life. I hope these scenarios he gives are not his life, because he has some truly horrid ones. It'd be a friend, that's true. That's true, but like Zen, Killicam, like you guys are great, but the moment you take a bite out of my food, like it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a real problem. This is all generally off the cuff. Yeah, Wheat Streams, what's up? Yeah, that's a serious fight. Like, we would not be friends at that point, you know? Like, that, it's just weird. Like, you show up to my house at whatever hour the day when I'm not expecting company. Like, I don't think I can deal with that. I think for personal space issues, yeah, the dad strength would come out. I don't have the dad strength to overcome Killicam's dad strength, though. Oh, sorry. Did you ban that word, Wheat Streams? My bad. I don't have a sound thing set up, so I will try. We'll do 5 minutes not being able to say that word. I need to paint Cryptek Armor Shade, which is somewhere. Here it is. Good evening, Wheat Streams. Yes. Yes, Choach. I have made my choice. It's not worth getting GW stuff just to have someone break everything all the time. But you can get all that stuff, right? This is difficult. Yeah, return to manufacturer. Okay. We are putting some Cryptek Armor Shade in my wet palette. So, you know, I think this isn't fair, Choach, because you're making up rules for this scenario, and then you make up this rule of bribery. That's fair. That's fair. I could have. For all potentials? What if I'm the delivery guy? I deliver my own packages, and I just run through and smash all my stuff on my way to delivering my discounted packages. That would be rough. Okay, Cryptek Armor Shade. This is a color GW no longer makes, and that some seriously legit members of our community found some bottles of this and sent it to me. I'm still on my first bottle, surprisingly enough. I've painted, I don't know, 4,000 points of Necrons. But I have, I think, 5 or 6 bottles of it. TV show, movie series, I can't think of what to watch. I don't know. Infinite and Divine. Oh, I said it, my bad. Infinite and Divine. That's the book. I might get to that monolith one of these days. I need to 3D print a lot to bring it up to par. I'm struggling finding correct STLs for it. I would like a new one. Yeah, I do like how the new one looks. I think my 5 minutes are up. I'll say it. I can say it. Wheat Streams, you're killing me. You're killing me. Looks like it's from The Matrix 3. Kind of. Yeah, there's a bit of that vibe. You're back to review? Okay. These things are more... Yeah, probably. Yeah. They have the express purpose of, like, all they want to do is murder everything. I need to get the arms. And... bought a basing glue from Amazon. Showed up a solid brick of dry glue. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, man. You returning that stuff? TBD, thanks for the MarkFit tip yesterday. Hey, Jay Halter. Okay, okay. I remember you, yes. Yeah, dude, MarkFit is incredible. And I sing the praises of like water slide transfers and stuff all the time because so many people they, you know, when you're dealing with just Warhammer, you have like you know, you follow like the guides from like people that play Warhammer and like GW and stuff, and they just give you these water slide transfers that look amazing, and then they don't tell you how to use them. And the guides are literally like soak in water and then put on the miniature and let it dry, and they look like trash. Yeah, this whole time, this MarkFit or Microsol Microset have been around. Make this stuff work. I don't know if it was Zen that told me about that or if I found that somewhere else. That came from like Gundam hobby stuff, but incredible. I think it was Zendril that told me about it.
First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your home.
Hey, Reedy boy, how you doing? Mr. Set. Yeah, I found the MarkFit because at a different local store around had it. There's not a lot of places that sell like Gundam stuff around here, so the one I went to didn't have Microsol or Microset. Any excuses not to apply them? I'm telling you though, like they're almost impossible to mess up once you start using that MarkFit. You know, just take your time, make sure they're in the right spot, and don't mess with them while they're drying. Give them a couple hours to actually set. Yeah, look great. Are you using stuff on your Eldar? I didn't even know they came with transfers. I can't tell you the last time I painted an actual Eldar mini. Okay. Is that what we're doing for this guy? There's no... Okay, yeah. Yep, that's it. We'll scoot him to the side. Okay, you have a bunch. For like the vehicles and stuff though, right? Are you putting those on infantry? Microsol Microset are part vinegar? Weird. I had no idea about that, Star Laser. Okay. If you're using really large ones, one of my bigger ones are a little more complicated. And the big reason for that is you could get air bubbles underneath them. And sometimes they won't go away all the time. So you just really need to make sure that you're making sure it's laying completely flat on the surface when it goes on. If you have like a couple outside corners or like little folds, it's okay. It's underneath where the air will get trapped underneath it. That's when it's a problem. So you just have to be really diligent. It's going to take some time. You're going to have to really like smooth out things on like the big flat. A damp paper towel to press down on it, yeah. And don't be too paranoid about like, you know, I told you to put that coat of MarkFit on first, like on the mini, and then put the stuff. Don't worry about like soaking up that MarkFit underneath. It's just kind of like a little starter for it. It's mainly putting the stuff on afterwards, giving it time to dissolve. You know, that's where the real strength of that comes in. Spilled Paint Pot, how are you doing, man? All the way on YouTube. What's going on, dude? A lot of the fights are just two big nerds slap fighting. It's hysterical. Wait, what are you... Oh, are you talking about Infinite in the Divine? Tank's Avatar and jet bikes. Okay. No T? I do transfers in my sleep at this point. Yeah. I don't print any, but I definitely... I don't know. I have applied thousands of transfers in the past couple years. I'm not even halfway through my first bottle of MarkFit. 8 War Dogs. Nice. Still working on. That's crazy, man.
I believe, every day's a good day when you paint.
Hey, Tuvon, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that. 6 months. Holy cow. How are you doing this evening? I have not painted Necrons, guys, and it's been even, I don't know, 6-8 months. Mrs. Teach, it's the painting wife herself. What's going on, Miss Painting Wife? I know. See, sometimes the sound alerts are weird. Those Bob Ross clips, you have to set them for like whole seconds for the clip, and sometimes it doesn't give you a whole second, so sometimes it cuts off like too soon. It's just like, you know, every day's a good day, and it just stops there, or every day's a good day when, and then it cuts off. But that one actually like went the full the full clip. Everyone stopped talking about her. Yeah. Painting Wife knows how I talk about her. It's fine. I know, yeah, it feels rude cutting off Bob Ross like that. Outright disrespectful. So people tried to make fun of me. One of my last, like, you know, like real jobs. I worked at this place for 7 years, and I worked with a bunch of old boomers, a bunch of grumps, and I ended up being like the guy. I was the youngest person there by like 15 years out of like 20 employees. It was crazy, but there are all these old grumpy dudes with diabetes, and nothing against being, you know, diabetic, but I think it contributed to some of the grumpiness. I don't know, but they worked there because we made diabetes medication. They got it for free while they worked there. I don't know why I worked there. It was an easy job. So
it's clean.
Oh yeah,
It's
I will
cold.
absolutely take a drink of water.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O.
So they tried to make fun of me one time because I'd worked there for 5 or 6 years. And I never once said anything negative about my wife. Anytime I talked about my wife at work, or anytime I talk about her to anybody, really, it's like positive stuff. So, because, you know, sappy moment here, I love my wife, and she's like literally my best friend. So, yeah, you see, there's Zen. I hang out with Zen every week, at least once a week. Yeah, I don't talk negatively about my wife, and they would all just sit there and like gripe and complain about their significant others. I'm just kind of like, you guys suck. They tried to make fun of me for it. I'm like, I'm sorry you guys are losers and you hate your, you know, like you hate your spouse or whatever, but it sucks to suck, I guess. I don't know. So yeah. It's unreal. Yeah, this one guy I worked with, oh man. Like I said, I worked with a bunch of old dudes who were like, they were grumpy all the time and everything. This guy I worked with, I'm gonna use real first names here. Punishment for being happy. Yeah, exactly. This guy's name was Jim. And Jim was a very large man. Bomb dignity. Thank you. That's incredible. I've never been called the bomb dignity before. It's Oh, should we do a Painting Wife stream sometime? Painting Wife? We haven't done one of those in a while. The funniest streams. Loving the person you spend your life with. I know. So, this guy coming to work, he complained about his wife all day. He had a lot of nicknames there. Not gonna necessarily say I participated in these nicknames, but one of his nicknames was Garbage Breath, because I don't think this man ever brushed his teeth. Yeah, yeah, you autocorrected. Yeah, they autocorrect. Yeah, we do need a painting wife stream. Hey, yeah, she hasn't been on YouTube yet. See, it's gotta be a thing. So, he's real creepy around around some of the women that work there too. Like he was always like we would do like luncheons and stuff with like office workers, and there were some like young women that worked there, and he was always like trying to hang out with them and everything. But like, you couldn't let this guy talk directly to you because it would ruin your day. And people would tell him like, "Hey man, like, can we get you like some like Listerine strips? Can we get you some mouthwash, like some gum? Like, please, you want a piece of gum?" Like, you just like offer him gum, like casually, and like he'd always decline it and like laugh it off and everything. But we're just like, come on, man. So this guy, anyway, back to this guy. He would say these horrible things about his wife, and people would comment back about like, what are you gonna do, Jim, if you leave your wife? Like, who's you know, like this man, where's their old boss at Donato's? Yeah, he was. So when you give people like management of like a restaurant, you know, like people kind of turn into like really weird. And that guy, man, was his name Tom? That was Tom, right? He was weird and gross and sweating over pizzas and everything, but he was his breath did not compare to Jim's. So people would tell Jim like, what are you gonna do like if you leave your wife? You know, like, you guys both need your income and no one else can take, like, you're 64 years old and you know all this stuff, and he would go on these rants about how like, well, no, this, you know, neighbor of mine is always flirting with me and everything, and all this stuff about how like he could leave anytime he wanted.
Every day's a good day when you paint. I believe it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart.
And we're getting the whole clip. Nobel John, what is up? Thank you so much for the raid. That is a sweet emote, by the way. That Aquila emote. That is awesome. How you doing? Can someone give a shout out to Nobel John here, guys? Go follow Nobel John. How's your stream, man? What are you doing? What are you up to? So much Bob Ross. Yeah, the painting wife hasn't hung out in the stream for quite a while because it's all Bob Ross all the time anymore. That's everything. Can't do the slash mod mobile. Okay. What in the world?
Every day's a good day when you paint. I believe it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart.
Dr. Faust Painting Clinic. What is up, Dr. Faust? How you doing? You know, all kinds of raids coming in. Dang, we get it's there. What is up? What is going on? Play a little guitar. Well, that's super cool, Noble John. No, is it Nobel or Noble? It's definitely time to wah. Yeah, yeah. Welcome in, guys. We're just painting some Necrons tonight. We left it up to the Wheel of Minis, and the wheel was overtaken by the AI of Necron. So I think it might be heretical, but we can't do anything about it. It's grown too strong. But yeah, good evening, Manbull Moose. How are you doing, Manbull Moose? Welcome in, guys. Annihilac Dynasty, yeah. Ethan told me he wants to take guitar lessons. It's guitar lessons now, okay. Sure. I'm cool with that. Where did that come from? It came from watching Power Rangers, didn't it, Didn't it? It was Power Rangers, and he's like, the cool Ranger is playing guitar, so I want to play guitar now. I swear to you, it's Power Rangers Dino Fury, the guy that plays the Black Ranger. And 21 Pilots? Oh, okay. 21 Pilots had a new album come out. We've been listening to that a lot. Sure, I posted progress I made after the last painting session. Sweet. Sweet. Dr. Faust, what were you up to, man? I don't know if you're still hanging out in here, but I'm curious. How was your stream, dude? If not, that's okay. I do that sometimes. Gotta get the stream out and go to bed or go chill out or something. Peach Derps, what's going on? Fellow printer, that's right. Do occasionally print. I am not the printing dad, though. Rocksmith 2014 Remastered is a good teaching tool. It costs less than lessons. That's fair. Okay. Well, thank you for that, Noble John. My son is 7 years old. I don't know if a 7-year-old can follow the guide, but I would happily allow him the experience. Okay, see this Peach Derps? Zen said he was going to stream tonight, and instead he decided to chill in my stream. So my 6-year-old can, so I can. Oh, sweet. That's perfect, dude. That's perfect. Cool. About to write that down. I think. Get job under here. Get on that side. Okay, so that's the Orphidians with that color. I am currently using Cryptek Armor Shade. The Citadel shade. This paint is no longer made. It's out of production. That's it. So, I'm sorry. Sorry to anybody who wants to use this color. I think... What was it that we found? We found, we just Agrax gloss or something. There were a couple gloss colors that GW might still make. They might have gotten rid of all their gloss shades. But yeah. I used to play guitar a little bit, so I could help him with some basics, but I'll get the electric guitar out. You could learn on that. I don't know, I still have an amp, right? The strings might not hurt his fingers as much if he really wants a full-size guitar to learn. Yeah. Yeah, me and Zen went to a tournament. Yep. You worked out any of the infused PLA like copper? No, I've never worked with any infused PLA. I keep it simple, Peach Derps. I do work with a blend of resin, but it's all like it's Soriatec. It's Soriatec Fast and Soriatec Tenacious, and it's like a 12-to-1 or something ratio. It's just something really simple. I'm also like exclusively painting minis, and so I feel like just on the surface, I've never heard of like infused resins, but just hearing about it, it sounds like it's more of like a color thing. I don't know if there's like a durability or something with putting copper in the resin, like infusing it, but like the color of the resin doesn't really matter to me, except for what is easiest with my exposure settings, right? It's like that navy gray. Surface Ironstorm detachment. I will say, if Zen doesn't want to answer that question, I want to say to Vaughn, we are going to record a podcast episode, and we're going to talk about our experience. I don't know how in depth with the just like straight up tournament info we're going to get, but we do want to talk about like our whole experience with like 40K tournament and everything. So, because both of us went, both competed in the tournament. Just a little RTT, little like local thing. There are some serious people at that tournament, though. I haven't even unpacked my tournament bag. Like, I still have all the miniatures just sitting there. For a good old casual, fluffy experience. Yeah, that's fair. What, do you play 40K, Nobel John? So you're playing guitar, but, We could save it for the podcast. There we go. There we go. Nice preview, guys. Not allowed to hear results yet. I will tell you how I did, because I already mentioned it earlier. I had 1 win and 2 losses. So you do have an Aquila emote. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah. I do love that emote though. That's a solid emote. I didn't get to play Knights player. I was hoping to play Knights player. Didn't get to. Yeah, it was fun though. I had fun. I was not as tired as I thought I would be at the end of it, so yeah, that was good. It's like getting my sea legs back. I used to do tournaments for games like every other weekend. I was doing that up through like 2020. So art and painting and 40k are my hobbies, so a little gaming in here and there. Nice. Nice. Guitar after 2 decades of... Oh, okay, wow. That's really cool. Yeah, I probably haven't played in about maybe 15 years or so. Yep, I was also a teenager when I played guitar. I'll have to watch a movie. Yeah, no problem, Zen. You have a good one, dude. And we'll figure out what we're doing this week. We'll find time to record podcast. I do 40k, board gaming, and LARP. Have someone to share that with. Yeah, that's cool. That's amazing. Yeah, you guys both do that together. Me and the painting wife used to play a lot of PC games together. And one in particular we played were Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO. Greedy boy, yeah, that's great, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, well, Reedy, I'll be on Tuesday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. So it's like morning, early afternoon streams. That's like my weekday things. But yeah, by all means, man. I look forward to seeing you soon. Yeah, future wife? What did I say? Sorry. Cool, man. Great to see you. What is going on? What in the world is going on? Talk about Tuvon. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, his future wife, definitely. Yeah. If he's I don't want to push people into doing that though. Some people get like, you know, it's strange with people. Yeah, I get the sentiment though. Yeah. What was I even saying? Oh yeah, we used to play Star Wars: The Old Republic together. So, you know, I really liked MMOs. I played like World of Warcraft and like Warhammer, Age of Reckoning and stuff like that. And so, you know, Star Wars, me and the painting wife are huge Star Wars fans. So, Star Wars Road Republic came out, and we invested in a second PC for the house, so she could have her own gaming PC, and we could game and play the game together. So that's what we did, and that's the plan. Oh dang! Oh no! See, you now look. Know about John? You're like pressuring him now. But the painting wife and I learned that we play MMOs very differently. Very differently. I enjoy like RPGs and stuff to max out everything to get to the next level, to see what the next ability is, to get the best piece of gear. Like that's what I do when I play MMOs. So when I'm on like the grind, like I move quick and I get and collect everything. I make sure I sell every bit that I can, make all the money that I can. Like I do everything I can just to you're not don't matter. Yeah, when you know you know, that's true. Oh man. When Painting Wife and I told people we were getting married, people I think were it was the opposite reaction. I think her mom told her to please go find some other options. Go out and see if there's someone else out there first. Box of crazy, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, we play MMOs a lot differently than each other. She stops, she like looks around, she likes to take her time, enjoy the scenery, really like just, you know, mess around when she's like fighting different mobs and stuff like that. And like so we would quest together, level out our characters together and everything, and we would run around and I'm just like go 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 go, and like, you know, I just like trash the monster we're fighting in like 5 seconds, and I grab it, I move on to the next one. She's like, hold on, I gotta heal up. And I was like, you didn't take any damage, like what are you doing? She's like, I'm gonna eat a snack. Like sitting down and eating with her character. So the one thing we did do was we would go into like arena, like PvP matches together. That was like our big thing that we would do. We did really well with that. I would tank, she would heal. She's really good at PvP games, so worked out really well. More of a raider, yeah. I definitely enjoyed raiding more when I played MMOs. Something about like the cool teamwork, figuring out the puzzle, like getting the best, like just, if you're playing DPS, like you're just like trying to like shoot for a crazy high DPS number. Or my favorite was healing, just because I liked being like a team player, you know, and like important. And it was very much, it was super fun to be like that person. Like everybody liked their healers, right? A good healer and a good tank, and like you could do whatever you wanted in those games. Yeah, no, I loved healing. But yeah, PvP with people that you know was really fun in those games. PvPing on your own was always lame, but I would PvP with the Painting Wife, and we leveled characters together in Star Wars, and we would do the arenas at like, you know, whatever 10 level bracket, and we would go and I played a tank, I leveled a tank, she leveled a healer, and we would pair up, and they had really good like synergy in PvP too. Like they both like buffed each other really well, and we would just trash everybody because we're just sitting right next to each other gaming. We just talked to each other, and then you know, we knew exactly what the other one was doing, and like yeah, it was great. Semi-pro Halo players placed a couple tourneys early 2010s in the Reach era. Oh wow, okay. The memories of when I had reflexes. I've always been terrible at shooters. Any kind of like first-person shooter I've been terrible at. So no way was I going to compete in any of those games. Civ 6 with my wife, nice. I did see the announcement for Civ 7, yeah. You know, I own Civ 6. I played a lot of Civ 5. I put hundreds of hours into Civ 5. I never once played Civ 6. Just kind of like a phase, and then Let's play. Okay, no problem, Tuvon. You have a great one, man. Thank you for stopping by, Tuvon and Sarah Elizabeth. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out. Always great chatting with you. Hopefully I'll see y'all this week. You enjoy it? Yeah, that's cool. That's super cool, Razor. Yeah, I know there's like the difference in style and everything, and like that's totally cool. I just never bothered to try it. I don't know. 1,200 hours in Civ 6. That's totally understandable. Those games are horribly addicting. In like the best way. I had a coworker, when I worked third shift, I remember a week after working this place, I was just having a chat with this guy that I worked with, and we found out in one evening that we both shared like tons of interest, including I played a bit of Civ 5, and he played a lot of Civ 5, and so we're both huge Star Wars fans and like all this crazy stuff. Played a lot of MMOs. I think he played a lot of he played a lot of Old Republic. He was really big into the Old Republic. So excuse me. What we ended up doing was at like, I don't know, 7-8 o'clock at night, we'd both get on and play Civ. We had a game of Civ going, and we'd play until about 10 o'clock, where we would get off, and then we'd go meet each other at work, and we'd talk about our game of Civ all night at work, and then we'd, won't sleep, wake up, do whatever, get back on Civ. Yeah, we did that quite a bit. That was a lot of fun. Wife into his laugh. Yeah, so my wife really liked Civ 5. We played it a little bit. So, and we have a couple games that we try to play together. Painting wife stays pretty busy and stressed out during the school year, so like, cause she's a teacher, so it's not like we have a ton of time to like game together. And we have a 7-year-old, so it takes a lot of time. But I showed her Civ once, and she really enjoyed it. Again, our play styles are very different with games. I'm very ADHD, legitimately, but also like when I like am interested in something, I go like 100% into it. Like I read up on it. I always like research it, like try to get into it as much as I can, and like that's just how I operate. And she's not like that. She's very much like, I want to play this country because their color looks cool, and like she's gonna play, oh cool, they have like, I want to put like cavalry, like I want to train cavalry for my my nation or whatever. And like I'm very much like, I need to min-max, like I'm gonna play this faction, and like their focus is religion, and so like I'm gonna max out religion and and do all that stuff. So the Power Washer sim, that's great. Do you guys have the 40K DLC for it? Allison. Wow, okay, they have all kinds of crazy DLC. That game looked pretty fun. My game, and we already talked about this once during stream, but my game right now has been, which thanks to Zendro, has been Balatro. Or Bellatro. I think it's pronounced Balatro, but it is a roguelike card game. And it's not like a Magic the Gathering type card game. It's like poker cards, like a deck of poker cards, and making poker hands to earn points. and it's really crazy and deep. It's a lot of fun. It's very like very quick game too. So it's there's kind of like a mathematical aspect that like I don't know tickles something in my brain. So okay, Basilicanum Gray is my next color. Get that out. I am very much waiting for Space Marine 2. Yeah. I plan on streaming it, so shaking up some paint, guys. Sorry. These contrast paints separate so bad. Take forever to shake up.
I believe every day's a good day when you paint.
John Lockridge, dude, thank you so much for the sub. 7 months, that's awesome, man. 7 months in a row, nonetheless. I'm almost positive you have been here and subscribing longer than that, but thank you so much. New PC, yeah. Or miniatures, yeah. That is always the dilemma. I'm going to take this month. I think I've been doing this pretty well this summer. I had to buy some Space Marine stuff to, like, get this tournament, but... Sorry, trying to get this last bit of sediment mixed in here. I'm going to try to paint some things I have. I have a lot of commissions to do also, but I'm going to try to paint... focus on some minis that I have now. To kind of catch up and not spend so much on minis right now. Okay, let me try this. Basilicanum Gray. We're gonna put it down a whole bunch, and then I have to do something real quick. He doesn't want to sleep, so guess who's up? I'm sorry about that. But hey, come and chill with us. We're just painting minis and hanging out. We're gonna put we won't put you up all the way. Let me get that Deck Armor Shade, and we're gonna actually pick up what we didn't use from the palette. Call me stingy if you want, but this paint's gonna run out eventually, like one of these days. And I'm gonna be happy I did everything I could to conserve these drops of paint that I'm picking up here. Okay. So we got you. Here is what we're going to do. We're going to start with these guys. Everything that is silver or gold, or gold. Chilling on stream is all I have left. I'm sorry about that. All of that is going to get Basilicanum Gray. I believe I told you guys already, this is like a speed paint color scheme. I can paint a squad of warriors in like 2 or 3 hours, disregarding dry time. Pretty crazy how fast I can paint 10 minis, and it looks pretty good and it's all done. So some of these bigger guys have a lot more details, so they take a little longer, but weekend took a lot out of me. Instead of painting minis, I had to go to adult things like buy a mattress. That sucks. Is the mattress good though? My weekend was 40K tournament and then big park conservatory that we went to, which was really cool. Still exhausting. Pooped, and my to-do list grows for tomorrow, so. We would know until we pick it up. Oh, okay, okay. Well, hopefully all is good. With some go up and down. Oh, you're getting old person bed, huh? Like the sleep number. So just want to say, I don't need all the thanks in the world, but I did something so you guys won't have to. I gave a second try. I tried them already once. A second try to the new Wendy's saucy nuggets. Saucy nugs, I think is what they call them. Not the name brand. Okay. Yeah. I tried them once. I wasn't too sure. And today I got a couple as we were at Wendy's for lunch. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to try them again. And so I tried them again. I don't like them. They're weird. They taste weird. They're super oily. And it's a chicken nugget that's tossed in like sauce. It's like, you know how everybody like laughs about how boneless chicken wings are just chicken nuggets? Like they're not, alright? Wendy's saucy nuggets are chicken nuggets in wing sauce. And if you try those, you will get the difference. I feel like it'll stop a lot of people from thinking, having that mindset again of boneless wings. Yeah, it's like they did like different like buffalo flavors and stuff. Like I'm a sucker for like buffalo flavored things. But yeah, there's something weird about the flavor in them that's not right. And then it's just they're all like, they're really oily. They have like a super oily feel to them and everything. A lot of the fast food chains y'all have outside the big 3 or 4. Okay, yeah. Is Wendy's one of the big ones? I thought Wendy's was one of the big ones. We have a ton of good like. I live in Ohio, and Ohio is like a big test bed for a lot of like food chains and stuff. So we get like random stuff, but we have a lot of different stuff around here. And Wendy's itself is from Ohio. Their headquarters is in Columbus, Ohio. So they definitely use the area to test things. Yeah, the saucy nuggets. If you guys don't have them at Wendy's, you might be getting them sometime. They're not good, right? You're gonna get this pool of like, man, I'm going to Wendy's, but I really want some like chicken wings, and like I could get some cheaper ones here, and you're gonna get them, and you're gonna be really disappointed because they're pretty gross. I think that's where McDonald's wins, because McDonald's just gives you chicken nuggets and you can just get buffalo sauce with them that you dip them in. Like, that's perfect. That's fine. That's all you need to do. Oh, second dude down. Noble John, what kind of fast food places do you have around you? I don't know. I try not to eat a lot of fast food. I'm not a huge fan of like the most popular fast food places, but I end up eating it quite a bit, mainly because I have a kid who loves his Happy Meals and kids meals and chicken nuggets everywhere. So kind of happens, and so I indulge. The place my son and I go to, that's like our place to eat, our fast food place, is Raising Cane's. So we both love our Raising Cane's, though. Favorite fast food burger? That's a good question. So I can answer this pretty confidently now. Spilled Paint Pot. I would say it used to be like Five Guys. Five Guys burgers and fries are really good, and they were like relatively cheap, and they're like you'd put whatever you want, and you just like, they were really good. I can't go and spend $30 on a hamburger and fries anymore. It's crazy. But I would say probably the best quality is probably Culver's. If I had to choose one, like I just ate Culver's yesterday because we were at that tournament, and it's right down the street. The store we are was right down the street from a Culver's. We're like, let's get something quick. And I just got like a regular, like it was like a deluxe burger there. It was really good. I don't know, it's like everything I wanted in a burger. Like it was like a smash burger pretty much, and like the pickles on it aren't weird. I don't know. Everything is good quality. I've never been to an A&W, and I feel like I missed my chance because there was one that was right down the street from me for years. I just never went. And everybody talks about how A&W is super good. Here's your tournament setup sound. I was talking to a dude yesterday who said the RTT used new core rules, prime missions, Leviathan deployment, and map. That is weird. I don't think there's anything weird about our RTT. I feel like they're using everything standard. Like the guy just chose the missions ahead of time. That was like the weirdest part about it, but that's kind of what they do anyway. More local places than chains. We have Burger King, Mickey D's, and KFC. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so you really are limited. I'd rather have more local places anyway. It's hit or miss, but like you find a good place, like you find a bad place, just don't eat there again, right? You find a good place and like you're a customer for life, right? See, you guys reminded me. There's a diner near me. It is a hole in the wall diner. Most incredible pancakes and like biscuits and gravy ever. I need to take Zen there. We gotta go eat at that diner. I don't know if in Canada we have the same product you do in the USA. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's true. Canada is very much in a lot of ways like just kind of like little USA. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Except you guys put like milk in bags, and you're convinced that it's better, which blows me away. Like, it's like a weird brainwash thing where people are like, yeah, milk in bags is better. Chocolate tastes better in Canada, probably. They don't probably don't have the weird Hershey's agreement with Mars made for the U.S. He's almost entirely attached to Long John Silver's. Yeah, Long John Silver's is horrid. Captain D's is good. Long John Silver's is horrid. But yeah, there was an A&W Long John Silver's attached to each other. I never went in because I hated Long John Silver's, and I'm like, I'm not going to the Long John Silver's or supporting that establishment, because that place is awful. But yeah. So, and it closed, and now I'm kind of regretting never getting like the frosted mug or whatever at A&W. So you get back from Canada with a bag of milk. Yeah, you see how impractical it is? This is what they tell you. What everyone from Canada tells you. They say, you're like, it's not practical, it doesn't make any sense. And they're like, well, all you gotta do is you just cut a hole in the top of the bag, and you just set the bag in a container. Like a pitcher. Or like you're just making it a jug of milk with more steps. That's all you're doing. There's nothing more practical about that. I need a Canadian here to argue with me because I feel bad. I've never been to Canada. I'd love to visit. You guys are always so pleasant. But okay, there we go. Oh, you did say here. That's right. Yeah. To the local places, we know what's good. Means one of the kids has broken one of us. Yeah, no, that's exactly right. Yeah. They just wear you down. But yeah, bag of milk, it just worked. Yeah. You're brainwashed. You gotta snap out of it. It works because that's all you've known your whole life. Once you try something new, you're gonna try a jug of milk, and you're like, what do I do with the jug? And it's like, you don't have to put it inside another jug. Just pour it out. So Long John Silver's a mutinous cur. Yeah, Captain D's a noble mariner. Yes. There are like 2 Captain D's within driving distance of me. And Painting Sun, we'll watch some YouTube shorts sometimes. We'll always see like fish and chips places, or we'll hear about that or whatever. He watches Bluey and they talk about fish and chips in an episode or something. But he wanted to try fried fish. I was like, alright, people are probably going to scold me for taking this kid to Captain D's, but as a kid, there was exactly one restaurant where I would go to and I would eat any kind of seafood as an Ohioan. Okay, we're landlocked. I don't know if you guys know that in Ohio. There's no ocean within 1,000 miles of here. One place, and it was Captain D's. It's the only place I would eat any kind of seafood. It was their fried fish. I loved it. And that's where I would go. So yeah, there's one open, and it is quite a long drive from me. But funny enough, John Locke is actually the one I went to is actually in Circleville. That's the one I went to as a kid because I grew up in that area, and that was like the one when I would go to. I was like, all right, I'll take the Painting Sun. We'll do a road trip. We'll just go to a KFC one day when he gets out of school and Painting Wife is still in school. So yeah, we went. We spent a day. Went to Captain D's, and I think we stopped at a store and we bought him a toy or something, and we made it like a whole day of it. And he at first he tried the fish, and he was like, "This is amazing." He's like, "This is so good." You know, Hush Puppy was the most amazing thing, and then after a while, he's like, "I don't know if I like the fish taste," and I was like, "That's fine. Not really a fish taste to it, but I get it. I get it." Yeah, yeah, the one in Circleville. It's like the original like style of Captain D's. It's crazy old, and it's still exactly the same. From when I was a kid, like in the 90s, going there. The only difference is they had a flat screen TV on the wall, and they had like a card reader. I'm pretty sure those are the only differences in the whole store. Good stuff. Check dairy producer a lot from the USA. The milk is much more expensive, but it's much better quality. Okay, interesting. Yeah, USA, if we're anything, we're definitely friendly to the capitalists. Is that make y'all real fish and chips? I'd be totally cool with that, man. I'd love to make fish and chips myself. I love to cook. I mean, I probably could. I have a good recipe for a simple batter. I make onion rings with occasionally. Which also sound really good. It's the same. Popular with everyone in that city over the age 65 after 4 p.m. Yeah, yeah. That's great. Just shallow fry it? Yeah. Don't shallow fry it. Not if it's battered. Like I don't know about shallow frying if it's battered. Man, my one problem about deep frying is I don't have an actual deep fryer. And like, man, deep frying is so like there's so much work with it. Like cleanup and everything. In our house, I'm normally the one that cooks, and the painting wife is we you know, it's basically whoever cooks, the other person cleans. Yeah, like we'll help each other and everything, but I don't want to cook all that and then make the painting wife clean all that, you know. Sounds really rude when you say it out loud, but that's what we do. I'll transition to air fryers. Yeah, my mom bought me an air fryer. We didn't really like ask for it, but she got us one, and we use it occasionally. It's not like we don't like live off the air fryer. It's just not the kind of food that we eat. The thing that we air fry the most, which is crazy, it sounds really weird, we air fry Brussels sprouts, I think, more than anything else. I think we just found that Brussels sprouts, I used to grill them. Like I'd put them on the grill with, you know, whatever else I was grilling, but we found the air fryer is just more consistent and just easier. Put them on the grill, so that's what we do. Especially around the summertime, it gets warm out, the Brussels sprouts are actually good. We don't buy a ton of like frozen foods, especially with Painting Wife has a lot of food allergies and sensitivities and stuff, so we really have to like watch ingredients on things that we eat. So it's a lot of like fresh foods and making things from scratch, or like finding more specific things. Alright, one more on this color. These are all the colors that are time consuming that we're doing right now, these base colors on the mini. But you know, they'll turn out, end result for the Orphidian, something like this. Yeah, Scorpec right here. Like I said, this is very much a speed paint color scheme. Very simple stuff. It's not complicated. It's made to be like quick to paint, easy to paint. You know, no hassle kind of thing. Just a fun, simple army painting scheme. Not looking for any kind of awards. Minis. We're back with a dry brush at the end of... Yeah. There'll be dry brush. I actually have one more... there's one more contrast to go over these colors. Which is a Black Templar contrast paint. On like their spines and like the tails of the Orphidians. And then I go over everything with a like a silver dry brush. Just a pretty light dry brush. I'm just trying to catch the edges of everything. It's about doing the most I can with the least amount of time and effort. So dry brushes, contrast paints, and that lovely Tesseract Glow color. Yeah, because like we're doing this, you guys see the time this takes. I'm going to do black, which is like the spine on this, the spine on the Orphidians and their tail. And then after that, we do the black. Then it's a quick dry brush over everybody. Then I paint all the tubes and like the little glowy orbs, their eyes, some things white. Which won't take much time. And then it's on to the glow, and then that's it. Then it's basing and varnishing. Like they seem like they're taking a while for a speed paint now, but they're actually almost done. And a big part of their color and what works for them is actually the varnish at the end. So they have like, it's like weirdy. I'm not a fan of the gloss on a lot of minis, but they have a lot of gloss going on, and the gloss will get knocked out with the matte varnish I put on them at the end. So. Alright. Hey Marcus Day, how you doing? Painting, it's all for fun, but when I start getting the comic patrols from the magazine I'm going to subscribe to, I might try to do schemes. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, John. The Indominus magazine, like back in 9th edition, I had considered subscribing to, but I already had like an Indominus kit, and I was like, I don't need another, you know, whatever all these minis are. Because when I work on my own collections, it's very much for like gaming. Like I plan on putting minis on the table. The Combat Patrol subscription hasn't really caught me as much because it seems like there's a lot less value in having a Combat Patrol. Like, you know, you spend a couple months or whatever getting a Combat Patrol for one faction, and then you just turn around and you get it for the next faction. So seems a little impractical from like a gameplay standpoint. Like, it'd be cool to have all the combat patrols, right? Like, I think that's a really neat concept and a thing to work toward. Like a cool thing to, just a cool goal to have, but I don't think it's necessarily for me. Alright, Black Templar. Trying to finish this Black Templar, and we'll see what kind of time we have. Might be able to get to the dry brush if things are dry, but I don't know. One-page rule skirmish games, there you go. Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, a really good idea. That's what you're doing. I wish Combat Patrol was a little more fleshed out as a game, like where they made an incentive of, you know, gotta collect every one. I don't like Kill Team. I think does a good job getting like a reasonable amount of support, and like Combat Patrol is just kind of thrown in there to give you like an excuse. But I wish there were like a couple per faction. I wish there were, you know, like cool scenarios, or they really like went into it. Yeah, what I've seen from Spearhead definitely looks like they put more effort into it. What it seems like, and you know, I'm not a fan of Age of Sigmar, but what it does seem like is the writers for Age of Sigmar, the game designers, actually enjoy Age of Sigmar, where the people writing for 40k are like doing it as a day job. So, this guy here. Their tails aren't. No, they're not. Okay, I don't need the black on their tails. It's just this spine piece. This mini's gonna be painted even faster. AOS models are very nice. I have a couple AOS minis, yeah. I have Gotrek. That was a fun mini to paint. Limit the 40k by its player base. Yeah. Hey, Hardak Air War, how you doing? So the community are putting a bullet in the old world skull. Yeah. I have a large old world army that I made to play the old world. I am about ready to like actually put down the minis and play some games and everything. And I'll have more to paint. They'll probably end up on the wheel of minis when I get them all prepped and everything. But GW, I remember reading all the rumors about, and the leaks and everything about how GW treated the old world's release, and how they made the whole like, let's separate all of our miniatures into different games, and that whole thing is just really, really disappointing. Yeah, now they're just sitting on Age of Sigmar stuff where they previewed like the Dwarf Mountain Holds book, and like, you know, someone showed off they had the book and everything, but now we're gonna have to wait how many weeks because the Age of Sigmar launched and like they held off on it and everything. But you know what? I also play Horus Heresy. You know, they did kind of a similar thing to Horus Heresy, had a big launch, and then the player base died off real quick. And now it's like resurging. Yeah. It has like a big resurgence, and like, you know, that game's getting a lot of support now. You know, obviously not this summer because Age of Sigmar, but Horus Heresy has gotten a weird amount of support from GW. Way more than I think anybody expected. Nobody expected plastic Solar Auxilia. That's ridiculous. That's insane that they ever did that. But then, you know, now they're doing plastic Mechanicum, which I am not a Mechanicum fan. I wasn't a Solar Auxilia fan until those plastic minis came out, but ooh. Yeah, the fact that all these minis are being released shows that like that game has the player base and the support. Yeah, Cataphractii Terminators are really cool. I have 20 of them for my Thousand Suns Legion. I'm more of a fan of the Tartarus Terminators though. I like the Tartarus Terminator armor. Looks more like sleek and like, I don't know, it's cool. It seems to fit more in my view of what Horus Heresy stuff looks like. Like little Contemptor dreadnoughts. Okay. While we wait for the black contrast to dry, so I can't dry brush yet, I'm going to paint the bottoms of the bases here, or the tops of the bases. This is Geek Gaming Scene is base ready. The material that's on here, it's really easy and quick to use, but it kind of picks up the color that is put underneath it. And I learned if you just have this like silver underneath it, this dark silver here, this will pick it up. So I need to put a base color underneath it, and that base color is Vallejo Khaki, which is a crappy color. Cover's really nice, but it's really bothersome to use. So going to pick up Black Templar contrast I was using back in the container. And out that khaki paint a little bit as well with some flow improver. It's this stuff. About out. Big crappy brush. I will say, we're not going to finish these tonight. We got a couple more on stream, but with this basing being Vote being done. Here, maybe 3/4 of the way done with these after an hour and 45 minutes streaming. Yeah. Careful with these, pretty fragile. They'd like it to break. That feels pretty good. 6 minis, you know, in about 3 hours or so of work that we'll put into them. They can go up on the shelf, and one of these days, if GW ever buffs the Annihilation Legion attachment, then I'll have some. I'll be closer to the goal of cool Necron armies. Alright, let's just get this base coat on these, or they're not the Orphidians, these are the Scorpex, that's what they are. There's a Necron kill team. Yeah, it's the like Hyrotech Circle or something. Is that the one you're talking about? It's an Immortals box with an upgrade sprue. I own that set. Because it comes with a Technomancer too. I got it. I didn't make the kill team out of it because there's like the weird like Cryptek thing that you can make, a little like Cryptek assistant or whatever, who doesn't have rules in actual 40k. But yeah, I got that because it was the cheapest and easiest way to get a Technomancer. Well, not the cheapest, but it was like the best value because you got like a box of You basically got a box of either Immortals or Death Marks, and you got like a super discounted, like 80% off Technomancer. So I got that set for that reason. And then I used some of the upgrade sprue bits to make another Overlord. Yeah, the Heretic Circle. That's right. So I could use this cool staff to make a weapon for an Overlord and stuff. So. It's not a one box kill team. You need more to make the kill team. What all do you need to make it? Right. At least get your full options. Okay. Weird. Alright, guys. We got a lot of progress in. And real quick, the other steps we need to do. You dry brush silver. Paint the white on the glowy parts, and then paint Tesseract glow on the glowy parts. Maybe add some crystals to the bases, and then we do basing material and varnish. So that's all we have left to do on these minis. They look very incomplete. But like I said, they will. They look better after everything is done, is when they really look good. So little fuzzy, but set all these guys out. These 6 minis, not bad for an hour and 45 minutes of work or so. Well, I should be on Tuesday. I think it should be a normal week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday streams. We'll be doing more commission stuff this week, so I have a lot of commissions to work on to get done. So we're doing our best to get those done this week, but yeah, I'll try to finish these in my off time. I'll let you guys know how the progress on these Necrons go. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening tonight, and have a great day. Have a great Monday, and I will see you all Tuesday at 10 a.m. And if you are not, we do have a Patreon, so I would like to thank all my Patreon members. You guys, it's awesome you're supporting me in an extra way, and you know, it's a huge deal. Like, Patreon is so much better way of supporting me than I guess any other kind of avenue. So there should be a YouTube video up this week. For Patreon members, we'll see it first, and then it'll go on to YouTube, and then we'll have a new podcast episode up soon for Patreon. Patreon will get it for about a week before everybody else. So with that, you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all on Tuesday. Bye, everybody. Night, Raja.